The United States under President Trump has once again rattled its northern neighbor with the proposition of increased tariffs on steel imports. This move marks another chapter in the ongoing trade tensions between the two nations, threatening to disrupt the deeply integrated economies of the United States and Canada. The proposed tariffs, if enacted, would represent a significant escalation in the existing trade barriers between the two countries. The White House has put forth a plan to impose an additional 25% tariff on steel imports, adding to the existing 25% levy already in place. This effectively means that steel entering the United States from Canada would be subject to a hefty 50% tariff. This move has been met with strong criticism from various sectors in Canada, including government officials, business leaders, and industry experts. The Canadian response to the proposed tariff increase has been swift and multifaceted, reflecting a deep-seated concern about the potential economic fallout. From coast to coast, Canadian leaders have voiced their disapproval and outlined potential countermeasures. Vancouver City Council, in a symbolic gesture, unanimously voted to prioritize the purchase of locally sourced goods, sending a message of self-reliance in the face of United States protectionism. Quebec Premier François Legault has been particularly vocal in his criticism, condemning the proposed tariffs as detrimental to the Canadian economy. His concerns are echoed by other provincial leaders, including Ontario Premier Doug Ford, who pointedly remarked that China is likely observing this transatlantic trade spat with a sense of amusement. The sentiment across the Canadian political spectrum is one of disappointment and a determination to protect Canadian interests. The potential economic impact of the proposed tariffs on Canada is a subject of much debate and analysis. While the full extent of the fallout remains uncertain, some cities are projected to be hit harder than others. Calgary, a city with a significant manufacturing sector, is predicted to be the second hardest hit Canadian city, according to a recent report. This highlights the vulnerability of cities heavily reliant on industries directly impacted by the tariffs. The Ottawa-Gatineau region, with its more diversified economy, is expected to weather the storm relatively better. However, businesses heavily reliant on exports, particularly in the manufacturing and technology sectors, face considerable uncertainty. The auto sector, a key driver of the Canadian economy, has managed to avoid being directly targeted in this round of tariff threats. However, the ongoing trade tensions and the possibility of future tariffs loom large, creating an atmosphere of anxiety and unpredictability for businesses and workers alike. The proposed steel tariffs mark yet another bump in the road for Canada-United States trade relations. The move has reignited concerns about the future of the deeply integrated North American economy and the potential for further escalation of trade disputes. Former Canadian prime ministers have urged Canadians to stand united and show the flag in response to what they perceive as aggressive trade tactics from the United States. The long-term implications of these escalating trade tensions remain unclear. However, what is certain is that the economic and political landscape of North America is being reshaped. The situation underscores the importance of diversification, innovation, and strategic partnerships for Canada as it navigates the choppy waters of global trade in an increasingly uncertain world.